Jesse sat at his desk, staring at this blank page. The cursor blinked like it was mocking him. He had this great idea. He knew he did. He had this concept for a short film that had been living in his head for weeks. But every single time that he tried to get it started, a wave of doubt crashed in. What if it's not good enough? What if someone's already done this? What if I can't finish it? That's when the spiral began. You see, Jesse would open tabs, he would do research, he would tweak a sentence, then delete it. He'd re-outline the project from scratch, convinced that the structure was wrong. By the end of the day, he'd produced nothing. Just tension in his chest and 19 open browser windows. At first, he told himself that he was just being thorough. I'm just refining the idea, he'd say. But deep down, Jesse knew that he was stuck, not because he lacked talent, not because he lacked drive, but because he was overthinking everything. It wasn't just his creative work either. Jesse found himself second-guessing texts to friends, job applications, even what he'd ate for dinner. The noise in his head was constant. It was loud. One night, after another very fruitless attempt at writing, Jesse closed his laptop and he just sat. He thought about how exhausting it was to carry that much mental clutter. And he realized, overthinking isn't helping me. It's just stopping me. That week, he tried something different. Instead of obsessing over getting it perfect, he gave himself 30 minutes to write without stopping. No edits, no judgments, just expression. It felt really weird to him at first. Then it felt freeing. You see, Jesse didn't become immune to overthinking overnight, but he started to recognize it. He started to name it. He started to challenge it. He made a list of tools that helped. Quick journaling, breathing when the noise got loud, setting mini deadlines, talking things out with a friend instead of spinning out in his own head. Slowly, the fog began to lift. Jesse actually started producing again, not because the doubts disappeared, but because he stopped letting them steer the wheel. And the film? Well, it turned out better than he imagined. Not because it was perfect, though, but because he finally let it exist. So let's start by talking about how overthinking feels smart until it doesn't. Overthinking disguises itself as productivity. It tells us that we're being responsible, that we're being thorough, smart. But what it really does is it chains us to indecision. The loop is kind of like this. Maybe you can relate. You doubt the idea. You gather more input. You tweak the idea to death. You wait for the perfect moment. Nothing happens. It's not fear of failure that kills creativity. It's fear dressed up in analysis. And now let's talk about why creators are especially vulnerable. We really are. Creators like Jesse, like us, we feel things deeply, don't we? We care about meaning, impact, and originality. But that sensitivity also makes us very prone to things like perfectionism and self-doubt. And when those two link arms, you get creative paralysis. We don't want to look foolish. We don't want to waste time. We don't want to make the wrong thing. So we make nothing. Now let's talk about fighting back with action. Jesse's breakthrough, it didn't come from conquering doubt. It came from disarming it. He gave himself 30 minutes to create without judgment. No backspacing, no revising, just forward motion. It felt really clunky at first, then strangely powerful. That's the secret. I really think this is the secret. Write badly, but write. Film awkwardly, but film. Paint imperfectly, but paint. I've mentioned this before. Creation is the cure for overthinking. Movement silences the noise. Now let's talk about tools to disrupt the spiral. Jesse started building a toolkit. timed writing, sprints to bypass the inner critic, breathing exercises to calm the nervous system, journaling to brain dump the mental clutter, and quick phone calls with a friend to escape his echo chamber. These didn't eliminate the noise, but they stopped the noise from being in charge. I hope I'm making some sense here. You'll always have noise in your head. There's no question about it. That's part of just being human, and especially part of being creative. But the question is, will it lead you, or will you lead it? You see, Jesse learned that progress doesn't come when the doubts disappear. It comes when we act anyway. So if you're stuck today, stop trying to outthink the problem. Create through it. Now go, pick one small act of creation, and do it before the noise talks you out of it.